Our planet is home to 6.6 billion people. One billion of whom were living in hunger in 1999 and 862 million in 2007. This problem is not due to nature's inability to yield enough food, but to human-induced activities such as feeding large amounts of grain to livestock and unequal distribution of resources. In 2008, rising food prices brought by climate change-related disasters has put another 50 million people in hunger, bringing the world's hungry population to 912 million. With climate change and the unequal distribution of food being the most direct causes of hunger, vegetarianism and equitable food allocation are the crucial steps needed so that all human beings can be provided with enough sustenance to survive. One organization has combined these two tasks into one goal, namely Food for Life Global, the world's largest vegetarian and vegan food relief program, which brings nourishment and aid to the needy around the globe. What is the drive and goal of such a compassionate, well-run organization? What can they tell us about the meaning of food and a world without hunger? With these questions in mind, Supreme Master Television recently interviewed Paul Turner, the current International Director of Food for Life Global.
Well, Food for Life Global is the headquarters for Food for Life projects, and the actual program started in West Bengal in India in 1974 when two monks started feeding children. The founder of the program, who is known as Swami Prabhupada, he was an Indian Hindu monk, he saw some children fighting with dogs over scraps of food that was left outside the temple. And he was so hurt by that scene that he told his yoga students, wherever the temple is, because God is the Father, the children should never be hungry. So no one within 10 miles of our temple should be hungry. And so he told his yoga students to go out immediately and start feeding people. So a couple of the monks went out and they started feeding the children.
In addition to its work of bringing vegetarian meals to the urban homeless and to schools with children of low-income families, Food for Life is also an efficient actor in disaster relief. When the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami hit, Food for Life was able to serve thousands of vegan meals to people the same day among the ruins and in refugee camps.
And then very soon after that, they began doing emergency relief, cooking. In West Bengal it floods a lot, so they were cooking like a bean stew, putting it on a boat, taking it out to the villages and feeding the women and the children during the floods. And then in 1980, a more formal version of the program, which then became branded as Food for Life, Hare Krishna Food for Life, started in Sydney and then around America, and then very organically it spread all around the world. Food for Life Global, being the headquarters, was only established in 1995 to coordinate, support these efforts, and since then, of course, the program has expanded immensely.
From its beginnings with these first few monks, providing food to the needy soon became what the Hare Krishna movement is known for. The International Society of Krishna Consciousness and religious groups of other faiths have developed food kitchens, mobile services, shelter and school deliveries, and other activities. As a non-sectarian organization, Food for Life carries out similar work as well as urgent disaster relief efforts with the help of volunteers from all walks of life.
Well, we currently have projects in over 50 countries, and the programs take on a variety of styles. Primarily, Food for Life is a vegan, vegetarian food relief organization, but we're doing a lot more than that. We have free schools and medical services, and now the program is expanded to such that we're feeding more than 1.5 million people every single day. So it's approximately 12 to 15 meals every second. Someone is getting a freshly cooked vegan meal somewhere in the world.
How do you cope with such numbers?
Well, it requires a lot of good organization. And we've had a lot of time to practice. I mean, we began in '74 in a very rustic way. I mean, very grassroots operation. So we began in very difficult circumstances, working in villages, cooking on firewood. I mean, that's the beginning of Food for Life. Now, in India, we have our most successful programs. We have kitchens at the level of 5-star hotels. And in fact, some of our kitchens have received awards from the hotel industry because they're so immaculate, they're so clean, they're so beautifully organized. And those kitchens have steam cookers and all types of modern equipment, and they literally just pump the food out. I mean, within 20 minutes we can cook 3 tons of rice. We have a chapati making machine, means they produce 10,000 chapatis in 1 hour. So we literally put the flour in, put the water in, push the button, and then chapatis pop out the other end.
Good People, Good Works will be back shortly with more information on Food for Life Global. Please keep your dial tuned here to Supreme Master Television.
Shalom.
Salam. Heiwa.
Rede. Feuer pa. Pa.
มี
Shanti.
เงียบสงบดี
Peace.
Sola. Lucky.
ข้าวชู
La Fei.
Segnale da hai.
Welcome back to Good People, Good Works. We are speaking with Paul Turner, International Director of Food for Life Global, the world's largest vegan program, bringing food to the needy all over the world.
We have projects all over India. We have programs in all over Europe, particularly Eastern Europe, all over Russia, former Soviet Union. In the west coast of Africa and the east coast of Africa. South Africa, we have a lot of big programs. The major cities of Australia, many of the major cities in the United States, we're pretty much everywhere, and South America as well. So we're expanding constantly, and we hope to get up to 100 countries in the next 5 or 6 years.
Along with its organizational expansion, Food for Life has developed its emphasis on the philosophical, ethical, cultural, and spiritual significance of food sharing and of food itself. Food is for the mind, the heart, and soul. Mr. Turner explains, food is the medium of love.
The food distribution is really, that's the end product. It's not the whole story. And so we don't like to consider ourselves a food relief organization. We're much more than that. We're more holistic in our approach because we believe that food is a very powerful medium, and people need to understand that food is a central part of every culture of the world. Every culture of the world, they have spiritual festivals, and a central part of those festivals is people coming together and feasting. The concept of sharing food is very central to all the cultures of the world. And when that happens, people unite, the differences disappear. They may have been arguing the day before, or even half an hour before. Now they're sitting down, they're eating a dinner together, and they're smiling and they're laughing. So food is such a powerful medium to transform consciousness, to unite people. So we want to take that medium and use it in the most positive, most pure way. So all of the Food for Life cooks, when they prepare the food, they actually have this consciousness that this food is, first of all, it's a blessing from God, and I'm preparing this food in the consciousness that I want to first offer this to God to taste, and then I want to share this food with people. So it's a very selfless attitude.
Mr. Turner also talks about his views on the cultural and philosophical meaning of food in true relief.
It's relating back to this Vedic culture, this understanding of spiritual equality. In fact, hunger is sort of an illusion because in many ways there would not be hunger if people had this understanding of spiritual equality. There's plenty of food in the world. Even the United Nations recognized this in a meeting in 1996 in Rome. There was a meeting of the minds, and the theme for the conference was food in a world of plenty. So they all recognized this, that there's actually plenty of food in the world, but because of mismanagement, because of greed, because of inequitable distribution, then people are going hungry. And why is there inequitable distribution? Why is there this greed? It's because of spiritual ignorance. If we really understood that we're all brothers and sisters, then we want to share. Just like a normal, healthy family would do. You would share.
Thank you for being with us for today's Good People, Good Works. Please join us next Sunday for part 2 of Food for Life Global, distributing sanctified vegetarian meals with Paul Turner, the organization's international director. Stay tuned for more constructive programming here on Supreme Master Television. So long till next time.